I don't even know what's going on no more. Vinicius Jr. just told Real Madrid he doesn't want to renew his contract. His relationship with Xabi Alonso this season is getting worse. He's being benched more than ever, and there's talks of him even leaving Real Madrid. This is mind-blowing. So, how did we get here? Who's actually winning the battle, Vini or Alonso? And does this end with Vini walking away from the Bernabéu? Hey, what's good YouTube? It's Mario. I'm back with another YouTube video today. Make sure you guys subscribe because today we'll be breaking down the Xabi Alonso and Vinicius Jr. beef, which may even result in Vini leaving Real Madrid. To really understand this tension, you have to go all the way back to the Club World Cup, basically the start of the Alonso era at Real Madrid. According to reporting from The Athletic and others, Alonso planned to bench Vinicius for the semi-final against PSG. Well, the only reason that didn't happen is because Trent Alexander-Arnold, who just got injured, forced Alonso to change his plan. But Vini found out later that his coach wanted to drop him. I don't know about you guys, but that's such a horrible way to start a new relationship between a new manager and a star player on the team. Then from there, the pattern continued. Vini has reportedly been benched 4 times already this season, which is very unusual for a player of his caliber. Out of the 17 games, he's only finished 5. Alonso's subbing him off a lot, rotating him more than he's ever been used to. For a guy who went to the Champions League final as a hero and the Ballon d'Or shout to now being treated like a rotatable piece, you can see why Vini is frustrated. Things even started getting more spicy after the El Clasico recently. There was a crazy situation during the Clasico. Vini reacted badly to being subbed off and later went to meet Florentino Perez to apologize and talk about his future. In that meeting, according to reports, Vinicius basically told the president that under the current situation with the relationship with Alonso, he doesn't want to extend his contract. So first, there's 2 key points to talk about here. One being the relationship issue. Vini feels that as long as things stay like this with Alonso, the lack of trust, constant rotation, feeling disrespected, renewing simply doesn't make sense. The second key point would be the money gap. There's also a big financial gap. Madrid's offer is reportedly around 20 million net per season, while Vini's camp is pushing for something closer to 30 million. That's similar to prime Cristiano Ronaldo level money. So as you guys can clearly tell, it's not just about the coach, it's the respect, the role, and the money all bundled together. So this is where things start getting a little tricky. Both sides think they're right. Both guys think what they're doing is the right thing. From Xabi Alonso's side, he believes he's doing what's best for the team, not for one star. If he thinks Vini's more useful off the bench for a certain game, he'll do it and not even blink. He's trying to install a high intensity front foot structured system similar to what he did at Leverkusen and wants everyone to buy into a more collective style. But from Vini's side, he feels, which I don't think is wrong at all, that he's been one of the top attackers in Europe for years. He thinks he should be treated like Mbappé, automatic starter, centerpiece, protected status. And recently his form hasn't been the greatest, and even a lot of Real Madrid fans have been expressing this lately, which probably makes every benching sting more. So on one hand, you have a coach who wants to show that no one is bigger than system. On the other hand, you have a superstar who feels that he's earned the right to be untouchable. That's what we call a clash. Now, what do the Real Madrid fans think about this? At first, he was almost a meme, tons of flair, no end product. Under Ancelotti, he leveled up, better finishing, better positions, became a Champions League final match winner and legit Ballon d'Or shout. But he never quite reached that Messi Ronaldo legend tier status in the eyes of the fan base. On the other hand, Alonso arrived with a lot of goodwill. Alonso is an ex-player, a Champions League winner. He's respected everywhere, seen as the guy who would modernize Madrid after Ancelotti's more relaxed, counter-attacking approach. Club leadership is backing him publicly, calling him the dressing room solid and supporting his project even with all the noise. Right now, most reports and social media are lightly more on Alonso's side. There's no huge play Vini or We Riot movement. People are watching, but they mostly just want wins. What's crazy is all of this drama is happening while Real Madrid is sitting at the top of the La Liga table and they're near the top of the Champions League table. Something I want to do real quick with Vini is compare him to his Brazilian counterpart, Neymar. Although Neymar was a generational talent, he never fully was the main man because of Messi. He moved to PSG to be the star. Money was insane, and in hindsight, his European legacy never hit the level it could have been. Similarly to Vini, he had that period when Mbappé was struggling and he felt like the main attacking protagonist at Madrid. Now Mbappé is exploding and suddenly Vini isn't clearly the guy anymore, either at Madrid or with Brazil. Add in all the racist abuse he's taken in Spain, which is mentally and emotionally draining and something he's openly fought against. You can see over time how disillusionment builds. I'm getting abused, I'm being rotated, I'm not treated like Mbappé, and you still want me to commit my entire prime here. That's how you end up with scary scenarios like Saudi money or a huge move where he cashes out early and we never see his absolute peak in Europe. So the real question here, is Vini actually going going to leave Real Madrid. Right now, here's what it stands based on the reports. Contracts talks are halted. He's basically put Madrid on standby. The number one issue is the relationship with Alonso, with money as a second layer. Real Madrid's board is publicly backing Alonso, which quietly puts pressure on Vini to adapt rather than to expect the coach to be sacrificed. If Alonso survives this rocky period, Madrid keep winning, and Vini's role stays like this, then yeah, a future transfer becomes more and more realistic. Not necessarily tomorrow, but the idea of Vini spending his whole prime at Real is starting to crack. On the flip side, football is chaotic. A hot run of form, a tactical tweak that frees him up, or a renewed personal understanding between him and Alonso. And suddenly, everyone is smiling and a new mega extension gets done. So my take on all of this, I think Xabi Alonso is winning this battle. The fans back him, the boards back him, and I think the players at Real Madrid also back him. But in long term, if Real Madrid mishandles Vinicius Jr., a player who should be entering his absolute peak, they risk another Neymar style what if story. If you're Madrid, you cannot let racism in the league, a tactical disagreement, and a bit of ego on both sides be the reason you lose a player of Vini's ceiling. Because if he walks and he's lifting a Champions League and another shirt at 28, we're going to look back at this moment, Club World Cup benching, El Clasico drama, stalled renewal, and say, this is where it all started to fall apart. Yeah, so basically that is my thought on this whole situation, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and comment your opinion on the whole situation. Make sure to turn on post notifications. I've been being a lot more consistent, so I'll see you guys sooner than later. Alrighty then, see you guys in the next football video.